guys, welcome to Home Cooking with me, Hema Subramanian. Today I'm going to show you a lovely chicken recipe. It's aloo with chicken, that is potatoes with chicken. I have all the ingredients here, let's get started. I have about 1 kilo of chicken that's been cut up. I have about 4 to 5 large onions that's been sliced, 3 potatoes that's been cut up. I have some coriander powder, chili powder, some curry leaves, ginger garlic paste, some cumin powder, some chopped coriander leaves. I have some whole spices here. I have cinnamon, cloves, cardamom and fennel seeds, and some salt and turmeric powder. So first what I'm going to do is saute all the onions till they're nice and brown. Pour enough oil, about 1.5 tablespoons. First I'm going to add all the whole spices. Now I'm going to add the onions. So make sure you saute them nice, and it has to be nice and brown. If you notice, I don't have any tomatoes for this recipe. You can see the onions have browned beautifully. Now I'm going to add the ginger garlic paste. I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. So we have about a kilo of chicken, so I think 2 teaspoons should be more than enough. 2 to 2.5. The onions have browned beautifully. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove them from the pan, and we're going to go to the next step. Now what we're going to do is add a little more oil. You can add about 2 teaspoons of oil. So to this I'm going to add all the spice powders one at a time. Make sure the flame is on low. You don't want to burn the spice powders. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri chili powder, about a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, about 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, about a teaspoon of cumin powder. So gently mix everything. So there you go. So after you've done that, what we're going to do is basically roast the spice powders. So now what I'm going to do is add the chicken. So you're going to mix the chicken nicely like that. Make sure it coats the masala coats the pieces completely. This is done. You can add in the potatoes. So if you're a potato person, you can add more potatoes. Add those little at a time. Now that's done. I'm going to add some salt to this. Now the chicken and the potatoes are in, and they're all beautifully coated with all the spice powders, that is the masala. The last thing I'm going to put in is the lovely, beautifully sauteed onions. You can see how nice and brown they are. You can see the onions have also blended in beautifully with the chicken, so it's all come together very nicely. Now once you've done this, the last thing you're going to do is pour enough water for the chicken to cook. Okay. So I've poured about 2 glasses of water here. I'm going to close the lid on the wok and let it cook for about 20-25 minutes. Now we'll just have to wait. So the chicken has been cooking for about 20 minutes now. What I'm going to do now is add the coriander leaf. I'm going to add some curry leaves as well. So at this point you can check for seasoning. You can see if the salt is okay. You're going to leave this open, wait till all the water evaporates. This will take another maybe 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're done. The chicken is done. The water is completely evaporated. You can see it's become a nice thick consistency. It's nice and dry. Now I'm going to transfer it into a nice serving dish, which is garnished with a few curry leaves. And your aloo chicken is ready to be served. Do send in your comments and feedback to homecooking@indiaandtracks.in, and do follow us on Facebook.